let's have a little bit of breakfast and let's meet the wonderful, apparently ever so friendly, old Longfellow. Looks like we've got a... Oh, I don't know what I'm going to go for. Let's just get on with it, shall we? Let's meet Mr. Fellow. Hello.
Captain Avery said you can get me to Acadia.
Heard there was a scuffle out there. You get your hands
Perfect.
dirty? I'm done leading people to their deaths in the fog. Last fella couldn't keep up. Didn't last 5 minutes.
I'm not some no-name mainlander. I'm tough enough for your little island.
Sling a bit of lead on the hull, and now you think you're ready to walk in the fog, do you? Things you'll see inland make that look like a Sunday stroll.
I helped the harbor out. I figure all of you owe me something at least.
Well, I suppose there's a bit of truth there. I could get you to Acadia. But you've got to listen to me. Go where I say, when I say it. Still
No deal, old
won't be
man.
easy. You stock up on your necessities, Rad X and the like. And then the real work can begin.
Let's go, Longfellow.
Follow me, then.
Okay, I've just been playing World War Z. Let me just... Yeah. Okay. Oh, we appear to be sick. What have we got? Oh no, that's terrible. Can't be having that. Right, we've got a couple of little side quests to do as well. Let's go for the main quest. Let's,
Acadia is above the fog line of the mountain. It's a bit of a hike. You might want to take this for the road. It tastes foul as sin, but it'll help.
You're from the Commonwealth, right?
We need
okay,
to move
keep
through
jogging, old man.
Old mountain trail is where we're. The fog ain't like nothing you've seen in the Commonwealth. Mainlanders think a dose of Radaway is all you need. Tracks, fresh ones. Trappers ahead. When the bullets start flying, find cover. Keep your head down if you want to live.
Okay, we're taking some rads, not an awful lot. We do have Rad X, we got Rad Away as well. Should be alright. I can't remember if there's any perks that make it so that we perhaps don't take... Yeah, I mean, I actually kind of like that. It's a nuisance. Radiation's it's a nuisance.
Someone or something else here. I thought I saw something. I say it's time for a drink.
You're an alcoholic as well as Grady.
Here we go.
What is it, boy? What have you found? Okay, that wasn't too scary. Wonder what he had on him. Yummy. Can we get up there to perhaps search that body? That'd be very welcome if we could. Alright, screw it. Never mind.
You're not half bad in a scrap. Figured I'd have to take care of the lot of them. Might just make a proper far harborman out of you.
Okay, that was pretty
See,
quick,
the
the
fog can do a
friendship.
number on you. Get you all turned around. Does something to your brain. Keep
Yeah, because
you
it's
focused.
radioactive. Aha, good. Right, where's... There we go. Junkies come back... no, that's not really worth it. Okay. Quite beautiful scenery.
Guess we got no choice.
Good atmospheric lighting. Right, what do we got? Fog ghoul, huh?
Fresh. Here's the mountain trail. Stick to this. Game trails crisscross the road, so don't be surprised if we got local wildlife to deal with.
Okay.
We ain't alone. Look sharp.
Let's grab a bit of wolf meat. Obviously, having decent supplies, including stuff that you can cook up for food, very useful in survival mode.
They usually stick to the deep fog. Thus we steer clear. But you never know.
Whatever it is, we can hashtag handle it.
Younger, no higher than you and me. The whole island was covered in fog. The fog eventually comfortable. Started taking things for granted. Folk got short memories. All this has happened before.
Very eerie look to everything. I do like it.
What was that? And what's next? Find a bit of exercise, huh?
Hey.
Don't stray too far. Gulper's got a fondness for fresh water. A small gulper, like the ones in these parts, is a fair challenge. Now the big ones, they can grow 2-3 times the size of a man. Good thing you don't see too many of them around. I'm sober for this.
That sounds like you're bragging about being an alcoholic.
Faithless must be punished. Hold there.
Oh, I hate these scumbags.
Stringing one more soul to their damnation, old man?
Well, what have we here? Another rad-worshipping lunatic. That's what.
Your barbs do not harm me. I am shielded by my faith.
How about bullets? Faith shield you against those too?
Who's she?
One of them children of Adam preachers started off as pests. Now they're more like a menace.
I hate
Do
them.
not sully this one with your blasphemy, old man. You. I suggest you go no further. Acadia is a nest of snakes. Beasts that subvert the will of Adam.
What's Acadia done to make you distrust them?
They supply Far Harbor with the means to turn back Adam's holy fog. You'd do well to avoid such creatures, and instead seek the only true master of this land.
All right, I'm listening. Tell me about Adam.
Tell you. Look around. You stride through his kingdom. A land blanketed beneath sacred fog. A land Adam has claimed for his children. And you may join our family if he...
I hate these idiots. Radiation kills you. Just...
Worthy? What do I have to do to join?
There is a ritual his children must perform.
Suppose I got nothing better to do.
Adam usually prefers those with a bit more...
If you're done wasting time with a fanatic, let's move on.
Yeah. Yeah, encountering them is a real nuisance. They inflict radiation damage. I'm not on board with them. I don't care if the story tries to humanize them. I'm going to be like, nope. Anything good here? Yep, bit of that. That's bringing us to Arcadia, old man. What is this, an abandoned observatory?
Bye.
And we've arrived. Acadia's already been watching us for a good spell. If you want to talk with them, they'll be waiting for you. You need my help again, you come see me. Got a cabin just outside of Far Harbor. Good place to tool up your gear. Just make sure if you're bringing a bottle of something...
Leaving already? Don't you...
You saying you want me to...
Maybe later, Longfellow.
All right. But I'm serious. You ever want to hunt the forest and water? Damn. Can't remember if I had my path this week.
Okay, so what I'm thinking is that we will take Mr. Valentine for the main quest, because he seems to have a bit of a connection to the family for whom we are working. Maybe we take old Longfellow if and when we go wandering around the island, maybe doing those little side quests and stuff.
You know, when I first climbed this mountain above the fog,
what the
I
crap?
thought to myself, now here is a metaphor worth taking in. You've entered a place of clarity, understanding, peace. While you're here in Acadia, Synthkind welcomes you as long as you welcome us.
What are you?
I told you. I'm the old synth on the mountain. I know the plastic skin and tubes out the back can be unsettling, but I want to ask you to look past
At least he
that.
acknowledges it.
Tell me why you're here, and I'll try to help you.
I came here looking for Kasumi Nakano.
Really? I'm impressed. Kasumi is here. She's safe. Before you do, though, tell me, do you think Kasumi is a
I
synth?
don't know.
We're not answering any more questions until you play straight with us. Just who the hell are you, really? There's only one synth with that kind of face and a mind of his own. And I only see him when I look in a mirror.
Nick? It can't be you.
It's kind of an
Don't
interesting
give me
character
that.
development right
What are
here.
you trying to pull?
Please, if you're willing to give me a chance, I can explain.
Let him explain.
Is this a joke? Do you really know Nick?
Let me tell you what I know. We were prototypes, Nick. The first...
I'm going to skip some of this dialogue just to get it going, by the way.
Thinking and judgment.
Keep talking.
One of the Institute's experiments had to do with how our brains... I was allowed to develop mine based on experience. But with you, it took several attempts before the personality imprint worked. I couldn't let them do it to you anymore. We were the only two prototypes. You were my brother, Nick. I helped you escape the Institute.
If I were your brother, I'd remember.
That's where you'd be wrong. This happened over a century ago.
Ah, I've heard enough. I think you and I need to talk about this. Maybe not now, though.
Nick.
If he is, it's news to me. Can synths even be related?
Good point.
I gotta think about this.
We'll talk later. This is a lot to take in.
Nick, I don't need you to believe me. I'm just glad to see you again.
He seems like a nice guy.
Now, about young Kasumi. I asked you before if you think she's really a synth.
She's human, and she has a family waiting for her.
But imagine what it means if you're wrong. If Kasumi
Stop
is
dicking
a
me
synth,
around, just let me know.
then she doesn't have a family. She never had. None of us take this transition lightly. That someone stripped her very identity from her. I want you to understand that before you see her. She has a chance here to live as a
So
synth.
is she a synth?
Not one more question, if you'll indulge me. Tell me, are you a synth?
I'm a human being, not a synth.
Are you sure?
Yes.
I don't mean to question you, but
Blade
what's the
Runner.
first memory you have?
I was with my wife. We were getting ready for the day.
But no memories before then? No childhood? Your first best friend? Your first kiss? That's usually a sign. Data is easy to migrate, but feelings... Isn't it funny how a memory can feel like a whole different reality? I won't lie to you. There will always be other explanations. But I can promise you that you will be accepted here.
I'm not a synth.
Not
End
a
of
synth.
discussion.
I
Not.
understand. I won't pry any further. Acadia is open to you. Feel free to walk the grounds. Kasumi is usually working down below. Whenever
Who are you? What's your story?
I came to this island over a century ago, hiding but after my escape felt secured, I was left with nothing. One day, it finally occurred that maybe I could decide for myself what to do, who I was. Was there anything else?
You should know. The Institute has been
I
destroyed.
did it.
What? It's over? But
Yep.
that also means the technology to make the synths is lost. Sorry. I'm not going to judge the actions of someone who's wiped out a great evil. Is there anything else you need?
I should get going.
Of course.
Perhaps we're in there a long time. Are you feeling all right?
I'm fine. You worry too much.
Sometimes I feel like you don't worry enough. You know we blew 3 more relays this week. I'm coming in. You stay right there.
Cool. Okay, so interesting. Hi, Chase. Hello. Hello. Talk.
You track Kasumi here. I'm impressed. Perhaps not as quietly or efficiently as possible, but thankfully she was never in any real danger. I'm afraid your journey was unnecessary.
I wanted to see for myself that she's safe.
You have my word. Acadia is a safe haven for synths. Were it not, I would not have aided anyone in reaching it. Every synth I've tracked down, every synth convinced to come here, has been... My job is to make sure they all remain...
How do you manage to track down synths and bring them here?
I have a network of contacts throughout. I know the Institute's tactics. You have Dima's blessing, so by all means, make yourself comfortable.
So, what's your story?
I'd like to know
I
more.
used to be a courser, returning synths that had escaped from the Institute.
Oh, okay.
I was tracking a synth and instead found Dima. I rejected the Institute, made sure they couldn't track me, and
Tell me about Acadia.
Dima's told you most of it.
Blah,
It's
blah,
as safe as we can make it for now.
I'd like to help you all. Is there anything I can do?
Actually, as a matter of fact, there is. If you've had some experience traveling around the island.
Whatever. What's the problem?
We were expecting a new synth to arrive. There's been no sign of him, and
You have any lead?
you should start by talking to Brooks. He's the one who meets the new arrivals and gets them started on... Of course, he's not likely to tell you anything without... If he doesn't cooperate, tell him that's as much help as I can give you for now.
Okay. Alright. Okay. Really want to talk to our quarry. Where's Kasumi? Dima said that she is down in the basement.
Circuitry is completely fried.
Kasumi Nakano?
Sorry, I'm right in the middle of something.
What's that you're working on?
Just trying to cobble some pre-war junk into something usable. Now, do you mind telling me what you're doing here?
Your parents sent me. They want you to come home.
They did what?
You left without telling your folks why.
Look, my mom and dad, I mean, those people that were taking...
What do you mean?
I'm not their daughter. I'm a synth. I thought if I just left, it would be easier for them. I've been lying to you this whole time.
Yeah, I mean, yeah.
Do you have any proof?
Little things. Dreams of...
You haven't replaced anyone. Kenji and Rei are still your parents.
I really wish that was true. If... Acadia isn't what I thought it was. There's more but I can't leave until I've gotten to the bottom of it.
What kind of problem is there in Acadia?
It's a long story. Wait, you find things. Track down answers. What if I told you that there's a secret? A big secret here on this island.
Sounds interesting.
Shut up. What are you talking about?
Where to begin? You saw all those computers that Dima's hooked up to, right? Well, Faraday asked me to help do some repairs on them. And, you know, I got curious. And that's when I see it. Data models Dima has been making. One was the fog What if Dima is so open and welcoming because he's actually hiding something from us?
We should get to the bottom of this. If Dima is putting on an act, we need to know.
You don't trust Dima? After you came all this way for him?
I didn't come to Acadia for him. And now that I found a place I belong, I'd rather not lose it.
I'll help if I can. But that's not much to go on.
I know. I've been working on... I keep seeing Dima, Faraday, and Chase head into the laboratory at the other end of the hall. Then they come out later looking like they've been arguing. There's actually a storage space right next to there. It'd be a... I've also tried breaking into Faraday's terminal, since he and Dima are so...
Eavesdropping on the next meeting sounds like our best bet.
Okay. Good luck.
From one case to a new one. It's never easy for us, is it?
I swear someone has to...
Okay, let's just... So that's interesting, actually. This story is interesting. Right, where are we then? So we need a key for that supply room. I'm not sure where to start looking for that key.
Hey, Kasumi.
Got any more info?
Faraday is probably the smartest person here. I don't think hacking his terminal...
Nick could probably hack his terminal. I think it's fair to say that Nick can hack anything, so maybe we could give that a crack. Hello, sir.
Hi.
Hog.
Sounds like you got the all clear. So what's your story?
I came here looking for...
Oh, isn't that sweet of you? That Kasumi's a good enough kid, I suppose. Not that anyone's asking, but I'll tell you. It all gets easier to deal with when you realize what you are, where you came from.
Is there anything you care?
I mean, staying alive is preferable to not. Anyway, lately I've taken to amusing myself with trading. Let me know if you need something. I probably won't.
Hey, Kasumi said she needed the key to the storage room downstairs. Can I borrow it?
Well, yeah, I guess. I mean, you could, but I lost it. Like there could be anything I'm carrying that's going to damage Dima's computers. I was shoving things around in that upper floor that circles the wall of the telescope room, if that helps.
Okay, looks like there's... Oh, yeah, good. Some other people to speak to.
I understand you've seen a good bit of our island. What do you think?
Sucks.
You're the one who lives here.
Well, This island, with all of its danger and beauty, and it will continue to adapt. And then, passing that knowledge
So, what
as much as I can given limited resources. Cataloging specimens. I should note that I'm not fully versed in human anatomy, but I'm your best chance of medical assistance should you require it. Since Dima has approved of you.
I'd like to help you with your research.
Oh, well, okay. There's a flower native to this island. It doesn't quite have the brilliance of color that I understand. I'm personally rather fond of them, but lately have been... If you could bring me additional samples, I can offer you a meager amount of caps.
Blah, blah, blah. I have some flowers.
Sure.
I'm sorry, is this a joke I'm not in on? If you do actually...
I'll offer you a meager amount of caps. Way to sell the opportunity there. What can I say? Not human. Okay, this is handy. Let's get some kip. An hour will do. That will save the game. Okay, we've got some good stuff. There's some good junk as well, but I don't know when I'll next get a chance to store it. I guess going to old Longfellow's place sounds, you know, like something I could do.
Hey.
Let's ask him direct, like, we've maxed out our charisma.
Kasumi says she's seen parts of your memories.
That's unfortunate. Please. This is those projections were...
Just a handy reference, huh?
If this thing involves the whole island, then you need help.
I suppose there's something to be said about refusing help, even when it's offered and you're in need. There's a conflict that's been brewing on this island.
Simply put, they want to kill each other, and each...
We've tried to stay neutral, but Far Harbor was going to be wiped out by the fog, so that's when we built the condensers for them.
And I was friends with the previous leader of the Children of Adam, Confessor Martin. I even gave them their headquarters.
Which was a mistake, because Martin is gone and the new confessor, Tectus, is...
He's been threatening us, to force us to choose a side. I left behind something very important in that submarine base I gave them.
Dima's earliest memories are stored in the military computer banks in that base.
But now Tectus is in charge, and he's after...
But we do know that I spent nearly a century on this island alone. Whatever's in there is too dangerous to allow...
Interesting.
You left your memories behind? How does that work?
As a prototype synth, my raw data capacity is limited. I began using computer. I had to leave some of my earliest memories behind when I left the sub-base to the Children of Adam.
You're keeping Far Harbor safe, is that it?
Not exactly. They're fiercely independent. But the fog was starting to choke more and more of the island. So I proposed a trade. We would give them the technology to keep the fog at bay. In return, unfortunately, the children of Adam view the radioactive fog.
Shut up. The children of Adam on this island. You were helping them?
Yes. I know their faith in radiation. I was using a submarine base as a home. When I left to found Acadia, I knew the base would be, but now Martin is gone. And his successor, Tectus, wants to...
So what can I do to help?
If you're willing to retrieve...
Definitely
what
not
I've
on the
lost
side of the children of
and
Atom.
bring my memories back to me, then we'd all be one step...
You'll have to get through the Children of Adam's base. You're new on the island, so you might be able to pose as a recruit.
Then, once you get to the memory banks, you'll have to use a special program Dima and I have been working on to break through the security systems.
It's not going to be like a normal hack. You'll be breaking through a version of my own mental network. I've loaded the program with some instructions I've recorded that will help guide you through it.
So how does this program work?
There will be a fairly ordinary-looking terminal with some... Once you attempt to obtain a memory, your perspective might shift a little.
Enough. I'll get your memories, Dima.
If we're lucky, the pre-war defenses have kept the... One more thing before you leave. Whatever you do, don't assault the children of Adam directly.
I was considering it.
Our ultimate goal must be to bring peace. If you attack them, they'll consider themselves at war with the outside world.
If
I
we
took
find
down the
anything
Institute. I could
suspicious
take
in
down those
memories of
chumps.
yours, we'll be back. Count on it.
Alright, okay, so we managed to get through that actually pretty easy. We just had a nice little mature grown-up chat with the strange robot thing with the glass jars in his face. How the hell do I get back down to the basement? Oh nice, no rats. I genuinely can't remember how to get down. That works
Turns
though.
out Dima's earliest memories are in the hands of the children of Adam. He's afraid of what they're gonna find.
So, is that what those death projections were about? It wasn't Dima planning to destroy the island.
Nope.
He's worried the children of Adam will. Or
Yep.
is he still hiding something? What could be in those memories that he would leave them behind? Do you have a way in? Into his memories?
I got this program that Faraday and Dima wrote.
Really? How would that work? When I was taking a peek in the computers he has here, Dima was hooked up to his chair. I wonder if you'll need to, you know, connect to the old banks the way he does? I'll bet that's it. And then Faraday's program would be translating Dima's thoughts and data, helping you through any security guarding it. I'm sorry, I'm making assumptions. It's just, well, it's a little exciting, isn't it?
If all I find in those
Need a bit of
memories is
sarcasm.
just 100 years worth of Dima staring at a wall, yeah, I'm gonna be really annoyed.
Well, if you did, that's almost good, right?
Okay, alright. Mission complete. Just involved having a little bit of a chit-chat with some very strange people. Gain access to Dima's terminal. I think that what we should do first really is take a little diversion and check out old Longfellow's place. Sounds fun. I know that there is a bed around here. Where was that? Now that we've been through all of that, I want to save.
You're new here too, huh? I mean, I haven't been here that long myself. Honestly, I'd be dead right now if it weren't for Chase. Turns out it's pretty hard to live as a synth in the Commonwealth.
Oh, shut up.
Do you think you're better off now that you're here?
Oh, absolutely. I don't have to pretend, I don't have to lie, and I don't worry that someone's gonna kill me in my sleep. I'll see you around, okay?
All right, let's get out here. Let's see if we can catch up with old Longfellow again, and then we'll just take it from there. Okay. MS Azalea. Do we think that that's perhaps... No, there's the nucleus. The nucleus. Okay, a lot of interesting places to explore. Okay, yeah. Okay, so what's this? Before we head off, it looks like there's another little mission that we can do here in Acadia.
It's good to see you again. You've talked to Dima. You know why we're here. I certainly hope that you'll consider helping us. Dima's vision is worth fighting for.
You're right.
Yeah.
It is a good cause.
It's so good to hear that. He's put so much of himself into this. Well, sometimes I worry about... And that's not even mentioning maintaining the fog condensers.
You do all this work yourself?
Mostly, yes. I get help from the...
If there's anything I can do to help out...
Well, if you're determined to help, there is something you could do. It's likely somewhat dangerous, though, so... There's a boat along the coast of the island. It was transporting some hardware we needed. The boat never finished the trip, you see, so the drives are still out there. My understanding is that the boat wrecked southwest of here, so does this sound...
What happened to the boat? Why didn't it make it?
I'm not entirely sure, to be honest. Trappers... The point is that we already lost someone once. I don't want to see that happen again. So, are you up for it?
Sure thing, Faraday. I'll get the drives for you.
Thank you. I really do appreciate it.
Okay, alright, so... Got some more missions, loads and loads of stuff to keep ourselves occupied. And this is just to help the synths of Acadia, and it looks like we're just heading out here. Okie dokie. Longfellow's cabin. I fancy heading back there. Let's just get back there. Is it always night here, or does it just looks like that because of the fog? Yeah, some rad resistance might be a good thing to go for as we level up, especially since at some point I reckon it's going to kick off with the children of the atom. And those idiots use radiation-based weaponry, so which is really annoying to deal with. Ooh, interesting. What's this?
on us.
Huh. Okay, we're almost there. I'm wondering if we can get any kind of perk which will actually remove rads. Might have to research that. That would be very, very helpful.
I need to talk to you about our missing synth.
Yeah? Well, it's not something I talk about with outsiders. So you can either buy something or move along.
Look, Chase sent me, so unless you want to piss her off...
Chase?
I'm working with Chase.
Okay, I believe you. Keep it down, all right? I know the synth you're talking about. He's a younger guy. Maybe the thing is, he showed up way earlier than he was supposed to. To be honest, the guy was a wreck. He was scared shitless. Looking over, tried to calm him down, but he panicked and ran off into the fog.
You suck. You are useless.
You let him run off alone?
What the hell was I supposed to do? Look, if you're really going after that synth, I'm pretty sure he took the road south out of town. Just be careful out there. And thanks. There aren't many who'd go out in the fog to help a synth. I feel like shit about what happened. I really do.
You should.
I think we ought to talk.
I'll repeat. There are no...
What's wrong?
Wrong? Oh, no. Nothing's wrong.
We've just been traveling for a while now, and I figured, especially after all that stuff with Dima, that you deserve to know more about me. So,
Okay, lay it on
anything
me.
you want to know?
What do you remember about the Institute?
It's all pretty hazy from back then, but a single test chamber was my whole world for years. They've cut you loose. Welcome to the brave new world.
What's with the outfit?
After I started the agency, it just seemed like the sort of thing a detective ought to wear. I got some old memories, pre-war. Faded to all heck, guys dressed like this, doing what I do. Putting on the hat and trench coat, I figured it'd let folks know I was serious about the whole thing. Clothes make the man and all that. Guess I felt they made me the man I wanted to be.
So who are you, Nick?
That's a question I've been trying to figure out myself for a long damn time. But I'm still mechanical, not bioengineered like the fancy synths giving everyone the willies these days. You remember when Dima was talking about the Institute's personality? My memories, my personality. They're all lifted from some cop who volunteered for an experiment back before the war. They scanned his brain and copied it onto the hardware that runs between my ears. Don't know why they chose to make a robot based on some pre-war cop instead of a math genius or a bioengineer. But hey, maybe that's why the Institute tossed me in the garbage instead of turning me into one of their people snatchers.
Wait, you're a robot? What else have you been keeping from me?
Well, I'm not sure if anyone told you, but there's been a war. Nothing big. I think.
Wait, the original Nick was from my time?
Sure was. Which meant when I finally ended up out here, it was quite the rude awakening. I remember waking up one day in a garbage heap, a body in tatters and a head full of memories belonging to a man who'd been dead for 200 years. Suffice to say, it was a confusing couple of weeks. Folks didn't really know much about synths back then, so when I... But the kids, they weren't afraid. I think his name was Jim. The first person to actually speak to me after I got the boot from the Institute. Grilled me for an hour. Once they'd seen I wasn't going to hurt anyone, the other folks in the neighborhood came out to ogle the mechanical man. It eventually turned into a pretty swell soiree. Those people, they treated me like a human being. It's a surprisingly rare trait out here sometimes. It's something I've noticed you got a fondness for. Part of the reason I've stuck around this long.
If you're good to people, they'll be good back. That's something I've always believed.
Couldn't agree more. Well, I expect you're about as bored as can be listening to me rattle my skeletons. We should probably head out.
Nick Valentine's got a very interesting backstory.
A stranger came to town that might help you.
He's definitely one of the best companions, I think. Oh my god, there's just stuff going on everywhere. Okay, look, I'm just trying to get to old Longfellow's place. Take the plunge. Okay.
Careful with them tools now. Damn near lost a finger last time I tried. Keep saying to myself, I should settle down someday. I think I missed the boat on that one. We heading out?
Yeah, in a bit, maybe. Wait a sec, let's just get to know this place. Is there a workbench somewhere that I can start using? I was under the impression there would be. Aha. Groovy. Okay. Alright. Don't need this. Let's get rid of some stuff. Oh yeah, that. Crazily good weapon. Okay, so something that I tend to do. This which makes it so that weapons that you are interested in turn up at the top of the list if you put a little full stop period before the name of it. That is not that important really, so we don't need to keep track of that too much. I might come back to that radium rifle at some point. I don't know if perhaps we could we potentially get new members here? Can we do a recruiting thing? Where is it? Yeah, I mean, we really don't have the supplies for it. Yeah, that's what we want. Recruitment radio beacon. Tell you what, I think we will call it a day there. No, we can't sleep on that bed. Okay. That's disappointing. That's something I need to be able to do. Good. Don't want to be sleeping out in the rain or nothing. There we go. Right, I tell you what, we'll get some kip. I'm gonna hook up with Mr. Fellow.
That's right. Let's get going.
After you, then.
And we'll call it a session there. Thank you very much for watching. Lots and lots of talking in this one. I know, not a lot of action, but the story and the characters so far are pretty compelling. So hopefully you'll join me for the next session. I'll see you then.